Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a guest with 5 years experience in positive psychology.
So that makes her no noob into actually changing mindsets. Now she has dedicated her life to actually helping people understand the power of the mind. Today we have Stephanie Gotch.
Classes in session.
Hey.
Gave up.
Did I ever give up anything? What do you mean?
Like I said, a bike, but did you ever kind of give up something for like your dream or passion? Like something you kind of put off?
No. Jay, have I?
Yes, she has gave up a couple things. The biggest thing is going to be comfortability. Comfortability? Is that what it is?
Being comfortable?
Being comfortable. Yes.
Yeah, I give that up all the time.
Yep.
Is that what you're asking, though?
Well, yeah.
I don't get that that's what you're asking.
So
Sort of? Yeah.
So what I mean by that is Stephanie
Because I don't think
is
either of
amazing.
you-
But when her mind is relaxed, it's because she's comfortable, right?
Mhm.
So when she's doing it, she's comfortable. When she's not doing it, when she's comfortable, what makes her uncomfortable is the actual initial. So she gives that up,
Mhm.
and then she finds joy in doing whatever she tends to do. But it's that whole initial, I don't know yet. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit back.
No, dude, I think to answer your question, no.
So,
I'm 40.
Okay.
And I spent the first 35 years of my life jacking around.
Yeah. You had great energy for 40.
Wouldn't that be comfortable?
No. Totally 35 years just jacking around.
Mhm.
It not living up to any sort of the potential.
Yeah.
Start the camera.
It's on. Yeah.
Oh,
we'll
being
do that
in
again?
retail. What are we?
Cool. You keep going.
Retail management,
Mhm.
9 to 5, not writing the book that I want to write, not teaching people the things that I've learned. And then my mama got sick with pancreatic cancer.
Mhm.
And she was sick for 17 months before she passed away.
Right.
And it was in that experience, and not only my experience of it, but it being able to watch my tribe's experience, the people who were there intimately day in and day out to help me. It was in seeing how their life changed as well as my life changed.
Yeah.
And grief is a gift. I mean, grief can really change your world. And it wasn't until that I started to take on the me that was there, the potential that had been sitting out there, all the things. Like Jay used to tell me all the time, man, you need to be doing a YouTube channel. You need to be doing,
Mhm.
this and this. And it wasn't until I watched my mother pass away with regret, with the loss of, I wish I would have done this. That's why I tell you can't sell that bike. Like she died with, I wish I could have,
Yeah.
instead of, man, I slayed it. And it wasn't until I saw her leave her own body that I was able to say, man, I don't have as much time as I thought. And not only that, but I'm doing a disservice to other people
Mhm.
by not standing in my greatness and by not sharing what I have to share with the world, because this world is jacked up right now. And there is a calling for greatness. There is a calling for people to help you step and stand in who you are and the greatness that you are and the light that you have. And it's like you guys doing this podcast. I was so excited to come on here because you're reaching a generation, a group of people that not everybody can reach. The group of people that I'm reaching is completely different than who you will reach. And it's going to take all of us together to change this world for the greatness. And so for me, when you say, did I give up anything? I think I had to give up fear. I think I had to give up that I wasn't worth it, right? For me to stand in my greatness and to watch someone get at 64 years old say, I wish I would have done it differently, you know?
And that's what spiked me, because I would volunteer at like a retirement home.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
it's, I don't know if you've ever done it. It's just, the people I'll work with that are, it's just that kind of age of 65, and you look at them and it's all, their eyes are glazed over, the spark's gone. That's why, again, I really love that you caught that geeked part about me when I
Oh, you
talked
could
about
see it.
because that's what I do is I watch and see what you're geeked about. But all the time, I don't see that spark. And it's that regret, and that's what haunts me.
Well, see, I didn't have to. I didn't have the luxury of knowing someone pass when they were older. I had the other side of seeing people pass way before their time.
Yeah.
And growing up in the environment that I grew up in, it was easy to see someone fresh out of high school on their way to graduating, die.
Mhm.
And then going, his peak of his life was 8th grade, right? So typically kids from I would say the inner city, you either have this complex of, hey, I'm not going to be here for that long anyway, so why try? Or I'm on a finite amount of time. I can't be wasting my time with anything else. You get typically those two mindsets. Now, I would say just now, due to the internet and due to more opportunities in video games with these young kids, they're allowing the third option and the third mindset being developed of, all I have is this game system. I don't have any school programs. I don't have any outlets. I'm not that tall, so I can't play basketball. I'm not that fast, so I can't play football. What can I do? And the video games are giving young kids that third mindset. But that just takes it back into the motivation of, I can be motivated, but if I don't have anything to put this energy into, then what am I going to do? I'm either going to self-destruct, or I have to find another avenue to place this motivation into, or I should say, place my energy into. I need a vessel. Sorry, just went on a rant.
No, I like.
It was a good rant.
I
You
know,
could go.
right?
I've met you.
But so saying that, right? So people.
Wait, I have to
Yep.
comment on this because you
Okay.
said something great. Nate and I are talking, right? So you worked at retirement homes. I've seen my mom pass away. We saw it at the end,
Well, I've seen both,
Right.
but I like,
Yep.
yeah.
but I love the flip. I can't say love, but I love the flip. So I'm also going to need you to move your phone because it's a distractor from conversation.
Sorry, you
Thank
guys.
you. But we could talk about that too. Why phones are a distractor from conversation. However,
Ooh, I like her.
when you see potential
Mm-hmm.
that is there 1 second and gone the next,
Yeah.
it's almost more devastating to me than someone passing away with regret.
Yes.
Because they didn't even get the chance to have regret, right?
Mhm.
They didn't even get the opportunity to.
Mhm.
It was cut short, right? And so sometimes I think, Jay, I've known you a long time. I think part of your passion and part of your hustle comes from you feel like almost as if you are motivated by those people that didn't have that opportunity. And so
Mhm.
you're going to live that opportunity for them. And it's one of the most beautiful things about you, Jay, that you can take that sadness and that tragedy and turn it into something that is powerful, motivating, and energy causing, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha. Yeah.
My tongue is tied right now.
you get a compliment,
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
say
it's like,
nothing
I was
about
to
it.
say, like, how do you feel about being called beautiful, man?
I said, man, it's a beautiful thing. But definitely, that is one of the things that haunts me as well, of having a group of friends that didn't make it till they were 19 or 20 and then their life is over.
Mhm.
All of their dreams tend to pile onto me, right? So that's why if you ever hear me in a room and I hear people's dreams, I'm going, you should do that. Because I know it's one thing that you're never going to get back, that is time,
Mhm.
right? So I know what time actually means. Like, I'm not guessing how powerful a second is. I'm not guessing how valuable a minute is. I know.
Yeah.
Most people don't even think about, I would say, the value of a minute or an hour of their day. They're just going because in their mind they feel like this is an unended, I would say an unlimited bank account. And I'm always going to have the chance to pull from it.
Mhm.
But when you come from a certain environment, you know that, all right, I got 5 minutes. Let me enjoy this 5 minutes. And so coming from the community that I come from, this is why you will see my group of people always partying, right? Is because it's almost a lack of knowledge
Yeah.
and a lack of understanding They're not dumb. It's just they don't know the resources that they have available. It's not put in their face. One thing they do know about is how to enjoy the time that they have. Right? So you will see cookouts are very important in my community.
Yep.
Family is very important in my community. Music is highly important in my community. If you don't know certain, I would say, songwriters or musicians, then you cannot sit at the table in my house.
Where
And-
I gotta sit? Trying to sit in the other room or something? I know Bill Withers.
You
Does
have
that
to
count?
stand.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you have to stand. You have to learn this culture. And I'm not saying it's a great thing. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of insight on the struggles from people that look like me and come from my community. This is the things that we typically universally treasure. Now you have a generation of us as well that's going to education, but now that's almost becoming a roadblock because now we know what's going on with the college and the tuitions are getting out of control. It's almost sending your kids down depending on what college you choose, depending on what degree you choose, you're almost sending your kids off of a cliff because you're giving them debt due to the school pipeline.
Yeah.
Right? And you really have to be, how can I put this? Intentional on what degrees that you actually choose, on what schools you actually choose, and the likelihood of you networking and getting into that situation. So what I mean, don't just go and randomly pick just because it's your second year and you're running out of time, so you're just going to throw your degree away because you still have to pay for that.
But so with that, when do we get to dabble? Because like to find passions, we have to dabble in a lot of different things.
Oh, that's a good question.
When's our opportunity?
We're not blessed with that fortune.
I'm the guest. I get to jump in here, right?
We're not blessed with
Who's
that fortune. Huh?
Who's were?
Where?
You said we're not blessed with. Am I right?
No,
I got
so
you.
I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Stop smiling, Nate. I see you.
Yeah.
Whose were?
So,
I mean,
People
we're gonna
that
do
typically-
this. We're gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
People
Okay.
typically come from impoverished backgrounds, right? I would say the urban community.
So thanks for watching, you guys. If you appreciate the content,
Like and subscribe.
hey, class dismissed.